20, 20, 20. 28 Minutes or Less podcast with S. Foster.
Yes, sir, man. And this is episode 36 of the 28 Minutes or Less podcast, man. And I got a lot of stuff going on, man. Got a lot of things coming up. And the greatest thing about doing this podcast, I tell people it's a lot of spur of the moment type of shit. But, you know what I'm saying? This is a reoccurring guest. Obviously, this man, I work with him a lot. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to Viewers Anonymous, and he's been on this platform a couple of times. And that is the main man, ScootzBronsen. How we feeling today, man?
Feeling good, man. You know what I'm saying? Just chilling on this beautiful Saturday, man. How you feeling?
Yes, sir, man. Listen, it is a beautiful Saturday. I don't know what it's looking like up there in Dayton, boy, but down here in South Carolina, boy, it's looking nice, man. You know what I'm saying? It's real nice. But I got the short sleeve shirt on. You know what I mean?
Hey, it ain't that beautiful, but it's a little bit warmer.
All right. Well, the sun's out though, right?
Mm-hmm.
As long as the sun is out, we all good. Sun is out, we all good.
Sure.
Man, listen. Man, obviously today, I usually say, you know what I'm saying, what the subject matter is. But this subject matter is going to be really all over the place. So there's really no title for it. I was really inspired. This came from the 15 minutes of fame that we did.
Okay.
And it was just like, cause see, the thing is, when we talked about this on the Viewers Anonymous platform, where, you know what I'm saying, our subject matter basically is the movie that we're doing. You know what I'm saying? So everything is circled around that movie that we chose to do that episode. So we never really get to, you know what I'm saying, just kick shit. And when we did that 15 minutes of fame, like that shit was just wow. And like you said, it got real good, man. It got real good. And I was like, yo, we got to do that shit again because we never really, you know what I'm saying, just kick shit like that. Because, we'll do it, but we'll do that shit before we start recording. And then we'll just get into the movie. So, like now, man, it's just a lot of shit that I've been, like, I remember you saying it, but then it's like when I just look at, like, you know what I'm saying, from afar, obviously, like the things that you and some of your family members and stuff got going on, I think that some of the people would be curious. And like my thing is, I've noticed, so you started doing the Already Home podcast, you know, and I remember you saying on the episode or so, because I remember how in depth you would get with music, and then I figured out why. You was like, your mom almost had a record deal.
Yeah.
And so then you got your cousins, you know what I'm saying? We Go High / the Immaculate Bros, and North State of Mind. So they got all of that shit going on. And then you got your stuff going on, and you got into merch and all that type stuff. And like, so where did it come from? Did it start with your mom, with like all of y'all being like pretty much, you know what I'm saying, entrepreneurs, man? How did that happen?
Well, it didn't really start with her. It kind of started like with her parents. So for my mom, my grandmother could sing, you know what I'm saying? So I guess it was naturally passed down to her. And then my grandfather was into music too, because he played organ in church. So like he was like a real live musician. And so I guess growing up, that was just something that she was always around. My grandfather always had a piano in any house or any apartment or whatever that he lived in. Like even when I was like young, I remember, what I'm saying, anywhere that he lived, it was always a piano there. So, what I'm saying, it was just something that for her growing up, I can imagine it was always music around. And then, for me coming up, I got a chance to, what I'm saying, like be around my grandparents, be around, grandparents on both sides, what I'm saying, and be around my mom because my dad passed like 8 months after I was born. So, what I'm saying, like it was always music around. And it was like the Motown days, you know what I'm saying, disco. I mean, like a little bit of everything. And so around the time I was born, my mom was in the Air Force, and she had ended up having to leave the Air Force because she got pregnant with me. So, she would just be around certain people, what I'm saying, who did music at that time as well. So she got linked up with some people. They started doing like some demos and stuff. Her and my cousin had a group together. It was like a duo. And then unfortunately my cousin ended up being on drugs. So my mom was kind of like by herself for a minute. And then she ended up getting linked up with these dudes, man, and like they got her on this demo with a dude named Michael Kyle. If anybody if anybody could find it, it's on YouTube somewhere. But if anybody could find it, it's a song called "Why Do We Make Love," and my mom is on the remix to it. So basically, they just did like a whole remix, and they end up making like a maxi single for it. And she's on one of the tracks. I think it's like track 4. So she had a deal that she could have signed, you know what I'm saying? We could have probably been rich out here. We probably would have made it, but she chose to, instead she just chose to not sign it and be a mom and raise me. So here we are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So like with that going on, like how did like you and like your cousins get like the way that y'all are, but like just doing something different because
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Because like for me it was like I didn't have an example to go off
Hmm.
of. Like, nobody really like pretty much everybody in my family worked for somebody or something like that. And
Yeah.
like, what really got me into podcasting was really just want to express myself because I was just, I did, a little bit of YouTube videos and then I started writing this blog on this one site and
Yeah.
then, got done with that Charlemagne book and just like, you know what, I'm gonna start a podcast. So like, how did you
Right.
get into like podcasting and like, were you first like, was you and your cousins like in communications with some of this type stuff that y'all was doing?
Actually, so for me, it was a combination of things, right? So like, when I was younger, I used to rap. Like I always wanted to be a rapper. My first rap name ever was Billy the Kid. I think I was like 6 or 7. So I used to rap like Bone Thugs and Harmony. So that happened, and then my cousin, my older cousin, who was actually the person who got me to start, you know what I'm saying, trying to rap, he ended up coming up with Varsity House. So that was the dude who we initially used for the original sponsor for Already Home. So he ended up like having this run where he ended up rapping and everything else. He had a mixtape out and he was doing like all this stuff. And I was basically like not really his manager, but like kind of like an A&R for him. So like I
Mhm.
was doing like I was making his MySpace page. I was I don't know, I was adding friends on to the page. I would I'd go with him like when he meeting up doing photo shoots or when he was going to the studio, I was always around him. So that was just like one of the things that happened. And then the other thing was like my mom, of course. And then another thing was like when I was in high school, I used to my aunt bought me a video camera. So I used to have a video camera with me throughout high school and I had a laptop. And so like around that time we didn't have like the videos. We used to have to make slideshows. So I used to make slideshows in high school. And so like it was just a big combination of things. And then so eventually I ended up turning my YouTube into like trying to make it like a Smack DVD. And then I had like a whole bunch of people freestyling on my YouTube. And then that didn't work out, so I scratched that. And then like started doing like pranks and stuff. That didn't work, so I scratched that. And then I just started just putting just random stuff on my YouTube. And then my little cousins, that was actually funny because they got their start because the oldest one he would write stuff on his shirt because he wanted to get Nike shirts, but you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying, his parents ain't buying Nike shirts. So he would just write stuff on his shirt. So like if Nike had like just do it on there, and then he'll go write his last name Norris do it. But it was like a plain white t-shirt with a black marker on it. And then I guess during like some college fair or whatever, the Cincinnati Art Institute representative seen him and you know what I'm saying, they got him down there in Cincinnati. and that's kind of how they got North State of Mind rolling. But as far as me, I got into podcasting because I didn't have cable. So I used to live in Columbus, and in Columbus, I had, you know what I'm saying, cable, everything. I was working. I ended up getting fired from my job, and I had to move back to Dayton. And so while I was up there, I was writing sports blogs on Facebook. So I had like a big group. We would write sports blogs, we debate, you know what I'm saying, on Facebook, that kind of stuff. And then once I got back to Dayton, I didn't have cable or anything else. I didn't have no job at the time. I was job searching. My wife was working. And so I was basically like a stay-at-home dad. And then so not having cable and then just having a cell phone, I used to go on ESPN.com. And I would basically like listen to all the shows through podcasts. That's how I initially found out about podcasting. And so I think it was Michael Smith and Jamel Hill was the first like podcast that I listened to. It wasn't like a replay of the show. And so it was like it started off being like, I think like Numbers Never Lie. And then after Numbers Never Lie, it turned like to His and Hers. And so I started listening to His and Hers, and I was like, yo, this is dope. The fact that they get to really sit down and just talk, and people can like just listen to this. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, you might not be able to watch the TV show, you know what I'm saying, like while you at work, but you can listen to it while you're at work. I'm like, this is a dope concept. And then I ended up getting hip to Combat Jack, rest in peace. And he was doing something totally different. He was talking to people in music and actors and all that. And I was like, oh, this is 1,000 times better. And then through Combat Jack, I found out about Brilliant Idiots. And then through Brilliant Idiots, that's how I found out about, you know, Joe Budden. So it was just like a domino effect. And then by this time, I think it's like 2016, I ended up seeing the 85 South Show. So I'm watching it on YouTube by this time. Like by this time, I done got my life together. I finally get a job. You know what I'm saying? I got cable back, got my internet. And I'm in the bedroom and I'm watching the 85 South Show on YouTube. And I'm like, yo, this is just, anybody could do this at this point. And I went up to my co-host Gan. I was talking to him because we used to work together, and he did music too. So naturally, I was already working with him doing his music. And during the time we was doing everything, I was working on his mixtape. So I was doing the artwork for his mixtape. I was basically putting the playlist together for the mixtape. I basically was, you know what I'm saying, just doing everything. That way he could just focus on the music. And so he released his mixtape. You know what I'm saying? I told him, like, look, I'm about to buy all this equipment. I got a laptop. Let's do this podcast. He was down with it. So the first ever podcast I did, the only thing I had at the time was a laptop. Did some research, made a cover for it, and we just started recording. And then, you know what I'm saying, from there on, it was podcast heaven.
Man, you know, I sit there and I listen to that shit, and I'm like, nah, like for real, like, dude, it tells me like how fucking like lame my life is. Like, I don't have no shit while I was like around you know what I'm saying, a rapper or a singer or anybody. Like, dude, I was just literally like just by myself. And like, well, how I was introduced, like my guy Mark, you know what I'm saying? Because when I used to go, you know, because I was at FedEx, and my boss man, he had XM radio in the truck. So I used to listen to, you know what I'm saying, XM. And so my homeboy Mark had said something to me about the Breakfast Club. So I was like, all right, so I started listening to the Breakfast Club. And then he was like, yeah, man, you know, Charlamagne and Angela Yee got their own podcast. Like, fuck is a podcast?
Yeah.
And he's like, man, so like he sent it to me. You know what I'm saying? So the first podcast I listened to was the Brilliant Idiots and Lip Service. Yeah. And I'm like, so I'm thrown into the game, dude. Because if people know what lip service is, it's like, yo, you like open up to like, boy, you like, what the fuck? Like they could talk about this shit. Yeah. And so, and so like that's how I'm introduced. And then like they kept like talking about like Loudspeaker Network. So at the time I was, you know, on SoundCloud. So I started following the Loudspeaker Network. And then it just opened my, like you said, Comeback Jack. You know what I'm saying? Like I mentioned to you, and I mentioned it to Candace as well. Like you was like, yo, when we did that 15 minutes of fame, you was like, yo, I'm gonna try to Joe Rogan this thing. I'm like, shit, I'm gonna try to Reggie O'Shea this thing. Cause it was like for me, like that dude was just like phenomenal, man. He had the perfect voice. Man. Like And really, the last thing that he really was involved in was that mogul. Did
Yep.
you hear that? Man, that
Yeah.
mogul was off the chain, man. He did a phenomenal job with that. And so like that's how. So I just kind of just really off the strength of just really being in my own head and like finishing that book and just like, yo, I got to just research it and like shit. All you gotta do, I had a laptop, so all I
Mm-hmm.
had to do was buy a mic. And so
Yeah.
I'm talking, and then, well, I guess I had one person, Casey, because
Mm-hmm.
Casey was the one who even told me about Audacity. And so,
Mm-hmm.
like, I ended up getting Audacity, getting the mics, and then I just recorded the episode. And you know what I'm saying? I figured out how to upload that shit. I told Mark about it. Mark listened to it. He gave me some feedback. And he was just like, yo, like, man, you need a co host. You know what I'm saying? And now, like, the rest is history. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
just put in 201. So, but like, you had people around you that was like that was doing shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't really have nobody around me that was like really, really doing shit. Like Casey was like doing like little beats, but he would put them on SoundCloud, but he wasn't like really promoting it. It was
Right.
just something where it like he would put it on SoundCloud just for like a tool for it just to be there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it wouldn't take up so much space on his computer or whatever. But like nobody was around me that motivated me to do this shit. Like it just
Well,
seemed like you had.
it wasn't necessarily motivation. It was more like that's why I say this like a combination of things. Like it was more so like I had just been involved with it. You know what I'm saying? Like when with my cousin and doing music, I don't really think that kind of put me in like for podcasts, and that more so helped me do the A&R thing with Gan. Like it was easy to work with. You know what I'm saying? Somebody doing music because this is something that I didn't already did before. I was doing that in high school. Like I was actually working with somebody who was trying to start a music career while I was in high school. So, you know what I'm saying? Like being around it all my life, it wasn't, you know what I'm saying, like you know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't a foreign thing to me. Like I've been in real studios, I've been with sitting around producers, like, you know what I'm saying, listening how, you know, they talk to engineers and everything else. So when I was with my cousin, he had specifically picked me for that reason. Cause he was like, you know what I'm saying, I know you know a little bit about it. Let's go along with it. With my cousins, with them, I think their father was more so the inspiration. Like he was a recovering alcoholic. He was literally like on the brink of death, and then he turned his life around and really started his own landscaping business. And then like from that, that was just like if you see that, it's like yo, you got to be able to do something for yourself. And you know what I'm saying? Like with my mom, it was just for me her sacrifice of not taking a record deal and you know what I'm saying, like raising kids and living a totally different life than what she could have been living. Like we talk about it all the time. Like man, our lives could have been totally different if she'd have took that record deal and possibly end up becoming a you know what I'm saying an artist. You know what I'm saying? We probably would have been living in California somewhere or Atlanta somewhere. But you know what I'm saying? Like for me, I think my real inspiration was more so like those Smack DVDs. You know what I'm saying? Like my uncle for sure, because like I said, he really changed his life around. And then, you know, not only that, it was like, you know, seeing stuff like, you know, shows and stuff on BET where they constantly talking about music. You know what I'm saying? Listening to, you know, Charlemagne or Combat Jack or Mike and Jamel, you know what I'm saying? Like listening to them. And it was like it was just basically mixing everything together, and it was just like eventually you know, so I gotta find something to do because like my whole thing was I was always trying to be in this space anyway. You know what I'm saying? Starting at YouTube in high school, putting up videos in high school, having people freestyle, or you know what I'm saying, like people could probably go back and look now. Like we was doing the Soldier Boy dance in high school, putting it up on YouTube. So, you know what I'm saying? Like all of this was never new to me. It was more so like, how can I put all of this together and make something happen? So when podcasting finally got that, you know what I'm saying, like that shine, it was like, oh, okay, like maybe I could do this, and I think this would be something that'd be cool to do. So once I actually got into it, it was like, wow, like this has probably been the most successful idea I've had.
That's what's up, man. Hey, man, your mama could, hey, man, she could have Mia X'd it, man. You know what I'm saying? Mia X put like an album or two out, and then she was like, I'm raising my kids now, man. She could have put an
Hey
album
man,
or two
listen,
out.
I wish she did, man. I ain't gonna lie. I make this joke with her. She hate when I make this joke, but I told her like, Mom, I said, you know what I'm saying, like I could have been one of them kids that was, you know what I'm saying, getting out of rehab. Like, You know what I'm saying? If you would have took that, you know what I'm saying? If you would have took that deal, like I could have been one of those kids. I could have been like, you know what I'm saying, a Lindsay Lohan, or you know what I'm saying, a Justin Bieber. I could have been one of those famous kids getting out of rehab by now, but she never took it, man. It was probably for the best, but who knows, man?
Yeah, it's hard to tell, like especially like when you think about decisions that like parents made back in the day
Yeah,
or anything like that. Like I mean, I don't have anything exciting like that. All I got is, like my dad, told me that, when his father died, that's when he had to start working and he had to stop playing ball and stuff. So he'd been
right.
working in like factory mills since the 10th grade in high school. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? So like that's basically his story. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
yeah,
then he worked at another one. When I think when he retired, he worked there for like 38 years. I'm not even 38. You know what I'm saying? So my dad
yeah.
just been working in mills. You know what I'm saying?
But see,
And
I think it's dope to see that, you know what I'm saying, to see that sacrifice that they made for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially when, you know what I'm saying, I look at like where I am, where my little cousins are, you know what I mean? Like they really laid down, you know what I'm saying, like the chances that they had in order for us to really even be here in the first place. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I tell my mom, like, even though I joke with her, like I'm super grateful that I mean, you know what I mean? Like the fact that she even thought about me in that process. Cause it's like she could have just, you know what I'm saying, let me live with my grandparents, and she could have just been on the road, you know what I'm saying, doing her thing. But she just decided, like, nah, that's not the way. And, you know, she always been there for me no matter what. Like, to this day, like, I just got off the phone with her earlier. Like, she's always been around. So it's like that sacrifice that she made was definitely worth it.
that's dope, man. That's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's always sucked to like hear people because like you never. I guess it's different when you actually experience it and
Yeah.
like actually realize like how lucky you are sometimes like to have like both parents and stuff. And
Right.
then like to hear you say that, you lost your father when you was 8 months. I mean, obviously you didn't really get to know him
Right.
or whatnot, but like do your mom ever say anything to you like, oh man, that's something your dad would say, or you sound like your dad or
Man, not just my mom. Like, yo, I lived in, probably still do. Like, I lived in the shadow of my dad for like the longest. Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't never a thing. Like, once he passed, like I didn't get to see my other side of my family or nothing. Like, I always like I live across the street from my dad's mom right now. So it's like I've
okay.
always, you know, so like I've always been on that side of the family. Like they've always let me know who he is. And to be honest with you, like I was even blessed to have a dope stepfather that he knew my dad. Him and my dad went to college and shit together. So he would even tell me just how dope my dad was. So you know what I'm saying? Like I've always had people around who let me know who he is. I've always been aware of his legacy and everything like that. So it wasn't never like that I didn't know who he was. It was more so just I've never been able to, you know what I'm saying, like physically be there with him. But like mentally and spiritually, he's always been there with me.
That's what's up, man. That's dope. That's dope. That's real dope,
Yeah,
man. Because I've heard you talk about, what I'm saying, your stepfather and like how much he stepped
yeah,
in and was like basically like treated you like a son, like day
yeah,
one, from what you would say, from what I heard on the podcast
yeah.
and things like that. So that's dope, man. That's dope. Like, because it's interesting, like to hear like different people's story of like how they got started. Because like podcasts, like even though it has blown up to this very huge thing, it's still like when there's
Facts.
somebody like me and you, like, what I'm saying, we everyday people. You know what I'm saying? We're
Mm-hmm.
not, these entertainers and they just happen to get a podcast or, a radio personality, but they got their own podcast or
Right.
all the athletes are getting podcasts. So they got all these immaculate stories, but it's like, I'm saying, we can give it to the people from, I'm saying, from day to day life. You know what I'm saying? Like when you would
Mm-hmm.
talk about, I know a few times you would say things that happen on the Viewers Anonymous about. I mean, I was at work and I was trying to do this one thing, and it's just like, yo, how many
Yeah,
people can
yeah,
relate to that shit? It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like
right.
I just talked, you know what I'm saying? Like when I'm at FedEx, it's like a lot of people can relate more to
Mm-hmm.
what we go through during the day than actually these people. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
A lot of people feel that they're more interesting. And
yeah.
like a person that I wanted to bring up to you because it was something I really wanted to talk about, and I did a podcast on the first time he spoke about it, and what I'm talking about is Dave Chappelle.
Okay.
So when the I think the Unforgiven came out, and
Mm-hmm.
that's when he was asking people. Well, he told a story about when he became a comedian at 15, and about how this guy, the way he set it up was just Dave Chappelle is a
Brilliant.
fucking genius, man.
Yes.
So
Yes.
he brought up how this guy wanted to use this joke, and then so he was like, the guy used his joke, but he was going on after him, and he was like, "Yo, can I get my joke back?" And so the
Yeah.
guy, he said, the guy, the guy intimidated him. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And then he talked about the card game and how he seen it was a scam. And so
Mhm.
he used all of that to say that like Viacom and like all these other companies, like they're doing the same exact thing. And he was just like,
Yeah.
I don't even own my last name. I can't even do a sketch show and name it after myself because they own it. And
Right.
so they put it on HBO Max, and he was pissed off that HBO did it because he said they pitched the show to HBO, and they said that. How did he say? He
Yeah.
said that.
Rejected
What
him.
do we
That's
need
crazy.
for you? He said something like, "What do we need you for?" Or something like that. And so they
Mhm.
turned it down, and so Netflix put it on there, and he has a deal with Netflix. So, but he wasn't getting paid for Chappelle, so he asked people to stop watching it, and
Yeah.
that's so dope that people actually stopped watching it. So then
Mhm.
a couple of months later happened, and now Viacom has basically given him his name back. Let's just call it that. Gave him his name
Yep.
back. Now he's getting paid for it. It's back on HBO Max. It's back on um, Netflix. So, what are your thoughts on all the stuff that's transpired with Dave Chappelle?
Um, I think what Dave did was brilliant. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's funny that, you know what I'm saying, you bring up Dave Chappelle because, you know what I'm saying, he's a man of the people. And it makes sense as to why you so enamored with this because, you know what I'm saying, like having the talks that we've had, you know what I'm saying, you talk about Fred Hampton a lot. And, you know what I'm saying, Fred Hampton was that same way. He had the people. You know what I'm saying? We just seen Judas and the Black Messiah and, you know what I'm saying, we've done the history on Fred Hampton. So you know that he was always for the people. And if you ever, you know what I'm saying, heard about Dave Chappelle or paid attention to Dave Chappelle, he's always been that kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? He's not this big, I mean, he is a big Hollywood star, but he doesn't portray it that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, he
Yeah.
doesn't exude that. Like, he's just a normal, everyday guy if you know what I'm saying? Like, if you ever seen him. Like, I've talked to plenty of people who don't went out to, you know what I'm saying, Yellow Springs. Like, Yellow Springs is like 30, 45 minutes away from where I live. So
Mm-hmm.
they've been out there. They see him at a store. He sit and talk to people, and you know what I'm saying. Like the city, I mean the town out there. Like they know him just like as a regular guy. And so you know, just the fact that he doesn't have this, you know, this over the top mentality or this over the top personality, and you know, he's going around with, like you said, just regular everyday average people, and you know, he's just having conversations with them, or you know what I'm saying, he just sits in the store and he getting the usual. Like, that's the kind of person that you want to be around. That's the kind of person that you want to represent, not just who you are, but that's the kind of person you want, you know what I'm saying, to be in Hollywood. If you know what I'm saying, most of the stories you hear about these Hollywood celebrities, they, you know, fighting off paparazzi, or they telling them, you know, telling people, nah, I can't sign an autograph or something goofy like that. But a guy like Dave Chappelle, he don't mind. You know, he sitting there talking with people, taking pictures with people. He just a, you know, a cool dude. And so, you know what I'm saying, anytime you're a champion of the people will always have your back and the people will do what's right. The most important thing was just the fact that, you know, when he's like you said, when he was like, yo, I would ask y'all to stop watching it. And, you know, well, nobody gonna go against Dave Chappelle. Like, everybody loves Dave Chappelle. You know what I'm saying? Like, white, black, Asian, whatever, everybody loves Dave Chappelle. And so, you know, the fact that he got a chance to fight against the system and actually get a win is, like you said, is nothing short of brilliant. It's nothing short of genius. Like, this is probably a moment that'll go down in history forever, to let us know, like, if you can get the people on your side and you can do what you're supposed to do, you know what I'm saying, amongst them, then anything is possible.
Dude, it's so wild. Like we hear like all of these stories, man, about like record companies, TV companies, and like all these deals and like ownership. Like everybody always preaches ownership. Like that's
Yeah.
what you want. But then it's also that trap of You know what I'm saying? You living your regular life. You know what I'm saying? You shooting for your dream. You're trying to get in that mode of, you want to either be a rapper or a comedian or whatever the case may be. And it's just like
Uh-huh.
they offer you that money, like, yo, we'll give you 500,000 to do this. And it's like, man, I'm sitting here, calling my cousin or, asking my mom, let me borrow this, let me borrow that. And somebody offer
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They offer you this. It's like, shit, let me go ahead and
yeah,
take it real quick. And it's
yeah,
like, it's, but how people just happen to just, like, people don't care about people. And it
right.
was just, but at the same time, I commend Viacom for doing what they did, but then at the same time, it's like they wasn't profiting off of something that they could profit off of. So it's kind of
Exactly.
like, well, we might as well just give it to them
Mm-hmm.
because I mean we got this show and it's just sitting out here and nobody's watching it. And like,
Right.
if I'm not mistaken, don't they gotta? Well, I'm not gonna get into that, but I think it's nice what they did. But you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying. But I feel like they're still benefiting in a way.
I don't think so. I think that they definitely benefited, you know what I'm saying, in the long run because think about all the reruns they shown, think about all the marathons they shown and all the different places that Chappelle show was and everything else. Like this that's the highest grossing, you know what I'm saying, TV show as far as DVD sales. So you know what I'm saying, like they definitely made some money off of it, but you know what I'm saying, when the people are on the side of, you know what I'm saying, the victim, in this case, the victim, you know, they didn't have a choice but to sell it. You know, why would you keep something that, I mean, they could have did it out of spite, but, you know, that's not business. And, you know, so like I said, I think Dave Chappelle made a brilliant move when he decided not to, you know, not to try to sue him or anything else like that. No, he played, you know what I'm saying, the game that he played, and he made a good business move. I'm gonna tell people not to watch it, and hopefully people don't watch it. And you know what I'm saying, it worked out. People didn't watch it, so there was no value in it. So the only thing left to do is at this point either scrap it or sell it. And if somebody trying to buy it from you, all they care about is the green. So if he gonna get it, you know what I'm saying, if he gonna pay us for it, we'll take it. We made some extra money off of it. But now it's to the point to where he's probably gonna make triple what they make. Because everybody's been clamoring to get Chappelle Show back. So now, you know, whatever he puts out is going to be supported. If you look at anything Dave Chappelle has done since he's been back, it's like he's been doing what Chappelle Show did 10 times over.
Yeah, and he just seems like the most relatable dude, man. Like, did you see that?
Yeah.
Oh, what's my man name? David Letterman. When he did
Mm-hmm.
you see the interview he did with it? Man, it's just like you said, he was
Mm-hmm.
just like, dude, I used to come here when I was a kid, and like he's just walking down the street,
Yeah.
people just speaking to him like he's just an everyday person. You know
Just
what I
a
mean?
just a regular citizen. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
because
it's and
like,
I'm telling you right now, like that's how Yellow Springs is. I've been to Yellow Springs a couple times. I never got a chance to see Dave Chappelle, but Yellow Springs is like that. Like it's a quiet little small town. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody knows everybody, and it's just one of them places that, you know what I'm saying. Like if you want to have a good time, you go down there. You can find like a nice little dive bar with a live band. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy yourself, have fun. But it's just one of those places where it's a warm welcome, and people fuck with everybody down there.
that's what's up, man. Because like you get this to something, and like Dave Chappelle seemed like one of those type people, man. Just from watching that, because one thing I was literally talking to a friend about this the other day. I was like famous people and like athletes and stuff like that. Like it has to be annoying to like people just coming up to you and wanting to talk to you or give you
Mm-hmm.
ideas. They want to take a picture. You know what I'm saying? That they trying to get an autograph so they can make money off of you off. You know what I'm saying? Off of
Mm-hmm.
eBay or something. And it's like, God, man, this shit gotta be annoying. And it's like, I think of stuff like that, and it's just like, if I was to like really, I haven't really been in a lot of those circles, and like the only time that I have, the people that I was around, they was so fucking dope. Like when I went to
Wait a minute,
the
wait a minute. Time out, time out. You telling me a dude who won national championships in high school, or I'm sorry, state championships in high school, you wasn't one of those people?
nah, nah,
Come, you was on a football team, bro.
no, like dude, like the thing was like even though I was on the football team, like
Yeah,
dude, I wasn't the guy. Like Sinclair,
yeah.
Sinclair been on the podcast. He was Mr. Football. You know what I'm saying?
But
Like
still, you was
he
still
was
on
the
the
man.
football team. You was, like okay,
I
like so when I was in like I played football up until like middle school. I tried out in high school. I just didn't go no more. But like in middle school, I was on the football team, and I was just one of those just like in between dudes. Like I was a jock, but I was still like a nerd. So like I wasn't like Mr. Popular, but people knew me. But people still like messed with me though because I was on the football team. So you ain't gonna sit here and tell me like being on a football
that,
team, you ain't get, you know what I'm saying? Like you ain't get no kind of shine.
I mean, like I was I was popular by default. You know what I'm saying? But like
Right?
even with that though, like dude, I was like if you would have known me then, like I was totally different
Yeah.
because
Right.
I was the shyest person. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Oh,
was
okay. Yeah, yeah.
shy.
That's different. Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
fucking, you know what I'm saying? I was low fucking self esteem. Like it was
Yeah.
just all of that shit. And it just like I didn't really talk, I didn't really interact with a lot of people. And like football did like open me up though.
Yeah.
Because like when you with the fellas, like man, y'all form like this most of the time y'all
Mm-hmm.
form this brotherhood. That's the crazy
Mm-hmm.
thing about seeing like some of the people that you went to school with or you ball with, and you
Yeah.
see the way that some of them seem to think now. It's just
Yeah.
like, damn, like man, we were cool as fuck in high school. Like you know what I'm saying? What happened? Like we was, you know what I'm saying? But like,
Mm-hmm.
nah, I mean, I was kind of like one of the cool kids, but it was like, I mean, I did say one time like, about how this one guy just randomly just came up on me in Walmart and was just telling me how good of a football player I was and all this type of
See,
stuff. So
I've
like,
never had that
I mean,
experience. I've never had that experience. Nothing like that has ever happened to me. Nothing like that has ever happened to me.
dude, like it was. I mean, it was weird. I mean, nobody never asked me for my autograph. You know what I'm saying? It was never no like shit like
He
that.
asked you for a picture though. He definitely asked you for a picture.
Nah. But you know what though? It wasn't. I'm trying to think. It was camera phones, but that was the camera phones and you couldn't see shit. That was the flip phones. That
Yeah.
was that time. Yeah, because this was like
I remember.
2004 or something like that. 2004,
Oh yeah.
2005. Like
Hey,
you don't want that.
that's when I was a freshman.
Dude, I was out of high school because that was my first year out of high school because I didn't go straight to West Virginia. Like I went to Greenville Technical College, and so I
Mm-hmm.
went there for a year, and then I took that first semester off, man, because I was just like, you know what I'm saying? Like I hear all these people talk about like these they relationship with their moms, and it's just
Yeah.
like it's not like that for me. Like you know what I'm saying? Me
Right.
and my mom, we just not tight like that. Like we just don't even talk. Like I can't even tell you the last time she even called my phone. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like that. So I was just like I was living with her at the time and I was just like, yo, man, I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I gotta get my own crib. I gotta do my own thing. So I just started working like full time. And
Mm-hmm.
then, you know what I'm saying, my receiver coach, which now he's coaching down at Coastal Carolina. You know, Coastal
Oh, okay.
Carolina just went on a run. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like Coastal Carolina was like undefeated till they played who the fuck they lost to? I forgot who they lost to, but yeah, he's coaching down there now. But like
Okay.
he was just like, man, you need to play ball, man. He was like, so he got to telling me about guys that he knew, told me about Fairmont State, and sent my highlight tape up there. You know what I'm saying? They offered me a partial scholarship, and I was just like, yo, I'm out. I just dipped.
Yeah.
Dude, I found out, like, he called me that Monday and was like, you got to be up here by Thursday to register for your classes. Like, Thursday's the deadline. And, like,
Yeah.
I got to the point where I just stopped telling people, like, what was going on because, like, there was a little recruitment thing going on when I first graduated, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, so it was. I mean, I never got offered by like the schools I was in contact with. Like, I was in contact with Vanderbilt, Wake Forest, Virginia, but there was never no scholarship offer. Like, we were just in contact. And then, like I told you once before, like Ohio State sent me some tickets for a basketball game. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I had to get my own way up there and all that type shit, and I ain't had no money, so you know what I'm saying? So that ended there. But like the one school that did give me an offer, but it was like, yo, but you gotta make this on the SAT, was North Carolina State. So it was like, so I'm talking to them, I take my SAT, I don't get the score that I need. So it's like, damn. So it's like my mom and my dad, everybody asked me like, man, where you going? Where you going? Where you going? And I was like, man, I don't know. You know, I lost out on this school, lost out on that school. And then I had to start thinking smaller. And then I took my one visit and I went to Tusculum College, which is a D2 school in Greenville, Tennessee. So I went out there and, you know, they told me, hey, look, we got a full scholarship for you. You just got to make this on the test. So obviously, I'm just telling everybody I'm not a good tester. So I didn't make so I didn't make what I needed to get into there. So
Yeah.
so like what ended up happening was I'm telling everybody like, oh, I'm talking to this school, now I'm talking to this one. It's like, fuck, everything I talked about fell through. So I just stopped talking about it. I ain't say nothing. So I found out that Monday and I just told my mom, hey, I'm leaving Thursday. She was like, the fuck? Where you going?
That's hilarious.
I'm like, man, I'm going to West Virginia. Like, West Virginia. And you know what I'm saying? I live around like country people. Like, everybody
Yeah.
for like, I know for, I mean, still to this day, they'll be like, yeah, my son, Sean, he went up to Virginia to play ball. Like, no, man. I went to West Virginia, man. West Virginia to Virginia, two different damn places, man. So,
Yeah.
so everybody always got that wrong. So I really kept a lot of that shit on the DL because like it got to the point of like it was embarrassing, really.
Yeah.
Well, it's like people that like invested in like, hey man, where you going? Where you going? And then it's just like I just felt like a disappointment. So I just didn't say nothing about it. And then when the opportunity came, it was just like boom, you know what I'm saying? I'm leaving in 4 days. And then
Yeah.
like everybody was just thrown for a loop. And they're just like, damn, like that quick. You know what I'm saying? That's back in the old MapQuest days, but I had to print out
Oh
a
man.
MapQuest. I had to print out MapQuest directions, but and that was the first time I ever even used directions. I can't not believe I even found that bitch.
Yeah.
I made it one try too. I ain't messed up an exit or nothing. Shit,
See,
that probably
that's dope though. Like you got a chance to, you know what I'm saying? Like you was getting scholarships and all kind of shit. Like for me, I was in when I was in high school, I was taking advanced placement classes. Like we was separated from the rest of the school. And then like once I got done with high school, bro, I was done with school, period. I told her like I'm not going to no college. My mom was mad, and then so I went to like community college for like a semester, and I was like, I'm not doing this, bro. I don't want to do this. I'm cool. I was so sick of school, bro. I hated school.
hey, but
I hated school, bro.
man, hey, I'm the same here, man. I never was big on school, man. And but then like, you know what I'm saying, if I can teach anybody anything, like if you got kids or anything like that, it's just like really tell them the importance, man, because like
Yeah,
I didn't realize it until it was too late. Like it was like in the middle of my senior year where it was just like, damn, like I'm starting to see like this it's not looking good for me because of you know what I'm saying my GPA and all this type of stuff. It just because I just really took school light. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? It was just like if I pass, I pass. Like I was determined. Like I was gonna get a fucking diploma. Like that was a
yeah,
must. Like that was the
for
big thing.
sure.
I was like, look, I'm gonna graduate. It's just like I might not graduate with the highest average, but you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna meet the requirements. And like that's basically how I took it. And then when it got to that point, was like, fuck. It's like I ain't gonna be able to go to any of these schools. And it was
Yeah,
like, and I love ball, I love football, man. But it was just like, it was. I wasn't, you know. And I've been watching because they got it on you. Like if you got the BET subscription,
yeah.
they got the first season of American Gangster. You can watch it, right?
Okay.
So I watched the you know what I'm saying, the whole first season, even though I've seen it like 5 damn times. So I was watching the one on the Chamber Brothers. and they would just talk about like how poor they was and like how they became like these hustlers and like they built their way up to where they were. And it's just like that's like the story of like a lot of like athletes sometimes like they come from like some of the most poorest neighborhoods and shit in like the worst of situations.
Yeah.
See, my situation wasn't like that bad. Like we was okay. Like I didn't have a lot of stuff, but I mean, but I had, you know what I'm saying? I was able to get just about every pair of Iversons, you know what I'm saying? So I was able to, you know what I'm
Oh,
saying,
wait a
rock
minute.
the
You got Iversons?
oh dude, I was Iverson in high school.
I
I did
never owned a pair of Iversons a day in my life.
dude, listen to me. I had it started in 1996, my guy. I could tell you when
Yeah,
it started, man.
I know. I'm gonna tell. My uncle had them. I was mad as hell. I know what you're talking about.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, everybody, like man, everybody, you know how it was. J's,
Mhm.
Air Maxes,
I had
you know what I'm
J's.
saying?
I had J's up until I was like, I want to say like maybe 11. Nah, probably not even then. Maybe like 9 or 10. I had every pair of J's up until like I was like 9 or 10.
And see, I'm the opposite. I had every pair of Iverson. I had
Yeah.
the very first questions that came out, and I was so
Right.
mad because I wanted the original pair. The original pair was the blue chip with the red Reebok sign. So
Mhm.
I told my dad, I got to get these Iversons. I want them. And so we go to the mall, and they're all out of that color. All they
Yeah.
got is the black and gold ones, which I was
Oh
cool
man.
with because
Fire.
my school colors are black and
Yeah.
gold. So I was like, all right, cool. I was like, I'll take the black and gold ones. And then the answers come out.
Yeah.
I had every pair of answers, even those ugly ones with the little wing shit in the front. Them things was
Yep.
trash, but I got them anyway. I was just like that. And then the crazy part was the ones that he had when in 2001 when they went to the finals, like that version with the zip on it. I had
Yeah, the
I
ones where you
had
stepped over
those
Tyronn Lue.
exactly. I have four different colors of those answers, boy. I had
Yeah.
four different colors. I had the original black and gray with the red, and then I got the all whites. Then I got the
Mhm.
white and gray. Don't tell me why I did that, because white and gray and white's the same damn thing. But I was like, I don't
Hey,
care. Give them to me.
gotta have them
Hey,
though. Gotta
I
have them.
had all of them, dude. I was
I
the
know what shoes
Iverson
you
man in
didn't
high
have
school.
though.
Uh
I know
oh.
what shoes you didn't have, and I probably think out of everybody I know, I probably was the only person with these shoes. I had the official Wayne Gretzky boots.
No, I didn't have those.
Yeah, I
But
had the
I
Wayne
had
Gretzky boots.
I had the British Knights though in elementary school though. You know what I'm saying?
I had LA Gears. I ain't never get the British Knights. I had to get the LA Gears.
I had those. I had those. And since we talking shoes, and then I'm so mad that they just re-released these bitches, man, because you know what I'm saying? I'm in the middle of a lot of different shit right now, man. I just got a new car. Man, it's like, man, I gotta pay the state taxes and shit. Like
Whew,
I
I know.
can't think about paying. I can't. I
I
can't think
know.
about buying no shoes right now. But man, they re-released my Griffins, man. My Griffins, my '96s,
Oh man, I
dude.
already know, bro.
Man, I went in. I
Shit.
told, I told, I told all the kids. Man. I never forget. I was fourth grade. I'm in the fourth
Hmm.
grade, and I'm telling them, I'm like, yo, I'm about to get these Ken Griffey Jr. shoes. Ah, no,
Yeah.
you ain't, man. You just talking. You ain't getting them. I said, watch what I tell you. Shit, my daddy got paid. I came into school on Monday morning, and man, I sat down at my desk and I kicked my foot out. Hey, all the kids just like, oh, he got him. He got him. I told y'all I was going to get him. But, hey, I was
That's
the man in
fire.
fourth grade, but,
That's fire,
hey,
bro.
they not re-released them, man. Them ones are
Okay.
fire, man.
What was what was the worst shoes you ever had?
Oh, man, the worst shoes. Oh, man. All right, give me a minute to think about it, but I'll tell you the worst. I gotta tell you about the one time, the worst day I ever had in school. How about that? I'll
Yeah.
tell you the worst day I had in school.
Hold on, real quick.
So,
I'm gonna tell you mine real quick. I had my mom, right? So I don't know what it was, bro. But like she would go to like go shopping and stuff, and you know like how your parents like they think they know what fashion is, right? So like my mom would go shopping and she would buy me stuff and then bring it back home like, yo, check this out. So I'm like, yo, like, all right, mom, that's cool or whatever. I didn't want to wear it, but I was like, yeah, it's cool. So she went to, I forgot where, I think it was like Marshalls or like TJ Maxx or something. And she bought me some all white, white on white high top Tommy Hilfiger shoes. But they look like Air Force One. But they was bulky like boots. So they had a real thick outsole, like all that, bro. Like, but I swear to you, they were supposed to be like Air Force Ones. So man, I wore them bad boys the next day to school. Bro, hey, they let me have it, bro. When I tell you, bro, that was the worst day of school in the world, bro. I was like, man, I wanted to walk around in my socks for the rest of the day, bro. Hey, bro, I took them bad boys off and put them I took them off and put them in the closet, bro. I'm like, I'm never wearing these. To this day, those shoes are still in the closet at my mom's house, bro. I've never worn these shoes ever again, bro. Those shoes are horrible, bro. They are horrible. I was like, when she gave me the box, right? Because like I'm an odd person. So you know what I'm saying? Like I get anything that I think is cool. So like I used to have Reebok G units. I done had all kind of wild stuff, right? So when she bought me those though, man, I looked at those shoes, bro. Like I just knew. I'm like, man, I'm gonna get tore up in school tomorrow, bro. I'm about to get killed. But I still wore them, bro. I wore them. I never wore them again a day in my life, bro.
Oh man, I remember. I don't remember nobody giving me no shit over it because like they had a moment. They had a moment in time. Man, my dad girlfriend bought me some lug boots, yo.
I had they were
Birdman. But they were low top though.
Oh no.
And I was just like, you know, but I was at that point in my life, like, dude, I hit a growth spurt. So then none of my other shit fit. So that was the only shoes I had, so I had to wear them. Dude, I hated those shoes. Didn't nobody like clown me, but you look around and you the only, cause like when you got the fly shoes and you the only one who got them, you know how special it is. But when you got some shoes, you got some shoes that you ain't sure about, and you the only one that got them, you like, yeah, this ain't the good only one that got them.
It's all bad, bro. It's all bad.
Man, my mama bought me one time, man, and this was the first time I actually said something to my mom about like something like this, like, cause usually like your parents buy you something, you just wear it, you know, you don't make no thing of it. Man, she bought me, and she bought it at like the Jocolite or the, you know what I'm saying, the what else you call them, flea market type of places.
Yep.
And like it was like this jean suit, right?
Oh no.
No.
Oh no.
But dude, it was like this teal color, dude. It was like this. Oh my god, it was bright as fuck, dude. It looked like it had glitter on it. It was the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life, right?
She thought it was the flyest thing in the world, though.
She thought it was
the flyest thing in the world.
And let me tell you why she did. I'm gonna tell you why she did, because she noticed I never wore it, right? So
Hold on real quick, bro. I gotta use the restroom. Hold on, I'm about to peel myself. Hold on real quick, bro. You keep going, I'm sorry. That's hilarious, bro.
Oh man. But man, that was so funny because she asked me, she was like, why you never wore that one suit I bought you like a month ago? Right. And I was like, Mom, man, I like, that's not it, man. I can't wear that. What? I ain't gonna never buy you nothing else. I can't believe you ain't gonna buy. I was like, yo, I can't wear that, man. I can't wear that. But like the worst day I had in school, my guy, I was in elementary school. I think I was in the 5th grade, and I needed a haircut. And I got the perfect example because this is why I feel a way about this one movie. So I needed a haircut, and my uncle, you know, it was a Clippers in the house, so my uncle gave me a haircut. So, you know, you're sitting in the chair, you know, he's cutting me up, whatnot. So then he gets done. So, you know, you go to the mirror and see what it looked like. And I knew right then and there, like, yo, this is not happening. I cannot go to school like this, right? So my dude, I go to school the next day, and I got one of my dad's hats on. And you
Yeah.
know you can't wear a hat in school. So
Right.
so my teacher's like, son, you gotta take the hat off. You can't wear a hat in class. Man, I took that hat off, man. Motherfuckers started laughing at me, man. And
Oh no.
you wanna know my how color look like?
What?
Jimmy from Central, man. South Central. He gave me the bowl
The
cut,
bold
man.
fade. He had the bold
Oh
fade.
man. He gave me the bowl fade, man.
He had the
I was
bold
like,
fade, bro.
dude, the bowl fade, man. And I was so
Oh,
embarrassed.
that's
So
hilarious.
the only thing I could do, my guy, like when I got home from school that day, I went into the bathroom, I locked that door, I got them clippers, man. I cut that shit myself. I just gave myself a baldy, man. I
Oh
gave
man,
myself a
no, my
baldy.
cousin. My cousin did it. Well, I didn't cut my hair. My uncle didn't cut my hair. My cousin did, cause he thought he could be a barber. So, man, look, I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? Like you always got that one older cousin that let you talk. You know what I'm saying? That talk you into anything, bro. So like for him, he used to like that was like my big brother. So anything he said, I was like, yeah, come on, let's do it. So like he used to have me like in his when we was little, they used to have like this big old driveway right in the back of the house. And then on the side of the driveway, they had like this long patch of grass. So he would make me dress up and pad up, put on the helmet, shoulder pads, and then he would throw the ball real high up in the air like a kick return. I would catch it and I would have to get past him. And he used to use me to practice tackling. So that was the first. That was one of the first things. And then the second, he was like, "Man, I'm gonna be a barber. Let me cut your hair." You know what I'm saying? I'm probably like 7 or 8. I'm like, "Yeah, cool, man." He's sitting there going around. He got all the moves down and everything. I'm thinking like, bro, this might be one of the best haircuts ever. Man, he tore my hairline up, bro. My shit was looking like an EKG, man. Like, you know how you go to the hospital and he be like, boop, it looked like that, bro. He tore me up. I got home, my mom was like, who cut your hair? I was like, he said it was gonna be cool. She was like, boy, quit letting people cut. Man, I'm talking, bro, and I'm telling you, man, he had me looking crazy, bro. I had to reverse Eddie Munster, bro. Like I had instead of it going down like that, it was going up. Bro, I was tore up, man.
Oh
He
man.
jacked me up. It was uneven and everything, bro. It was all bad, bro. It was all. My
Oh man.
stepdad was mad as hell, bro, because he a barber for real, so he always cut my hair. But my stepdad was mad. He just looked like, I can't believe you let that moment cut your hair, man.
Hey, but it like there's been so many like embarrassing. And then the reason I'm gonna tell you why I was so mad about giving myself that baldy because at that time people used to
Yeah.
tell me I don't know why they used to tell me I look like Michael Jordan. So I didn't want to justify that. So I didn't want to justify it, man. I didn't
That's
want no
funny.
baldy. So,
Yeah,
but I
that's
had
funny,
to,
bro.
man. I had to get the baldy, man. But like
The
it
baldy
was
ain't
so,
cool when you in grade school, bro.
no, not at all,
Not
bro.
at
Not
all,
at
bro.
all. Because dude,
At all, bro.
you gotta think, this late '90s. Like late
Yeah.
'90s, man, you had the parts. Everybody had, you know what I'm
Man.
saying? You would put the line, try to put a long line in your
Oh
head.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Oh yeah.
saying? I had the rat tail for a while. You know what I'm saying? The
Bro,
rat tail was the
I had
thing.
a part right here. You know what I'm saying? For every haircut, my stepdad he used to cut me up, give me the part, and then when I think I got to like 6th, 7th grade, I had the long part at the top and then the little short one at the bottom. Man, I'm trying to tell you, bro, I stayed with a part, bro.
Oh yeah, man. I even got the Larry Johnson one time. You know what I'm saying? The one in the middle, but you know what I'm saying? The Larry Johnson. Then everybody knew what that was. They knew when you had
Yeah,
that. Oh, that's that Larry Johnson because he was the
yeah.
only one to get it in the middle of the forehead,
Yup,
man.
fire.
So like, yeah, man. I had to rock a body for a minute, but I was like,
I almost
man.
had a Larry Johnson when I had that TP. I almost
Oh
had
shit.
that.
Hey, go ahead and get that Drake, man. Get that certified level bar on your
Oh
head,
nah,
man.
it's it's a wrap for that, brother. I'm not getting no parts, no nothing, man. I used to have braids. Like what I had braids from like 8th grade all the way until I was like 21. So yeah, I'm done with hairstyles. Now I get a low fade, I'm good, bro. No parts,
Hey,
no
boy,
nothing.
this is only the second time in my life I ever like even did anything. I've always had the same even fade. Like I've
Hmm.
gotten the, you know what I'm saying, for everybody. Like T.I., you remember how T.I. used to have the fade. Like him and Boosie used to do like I did that a couple of times, but usually I always
Yeah,
had the same cut. And then like 2017, you know what I'm saying, I did the fro hawk for a while, and then I
hmm,
had cut that off and went back to doing my normal thing. And then like it just really this is like my pandemic hair. You know what I'm saying? I was just
yeah.
like when the pandemic started, I was just like, man, you know what? I ain't gonna cut my hair, man.
It don't
And like
look bad though.
I mean, the shit cool. I mean, like, I was saying, I'm dusty right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably gonna get the shit done today, but like, you
But
know what
look,
I'm saying?
I'm telling everybody in the NBA look like that, so it looked like that's how it's supposed to look.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like, everybody. That's the thing. Like when I remember, like when it first became a thing, and I used to wonder how, dude. This has got to be embarrassing because I don't know shit. So
Yeah.
when I had my fro hawk, and I would see people in like their hair
Hmm.
would look like this certain way, and I didn't know how to do the shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, how these motherfuckers get to do
Yeah.
that shit? So I'm in there like picking,
Yeah.
thinking that you just pick the shit, and it never looked like that shit. And
Yeah.
then I just found out, man, that it's a fucking sponge, man. Like I didn't know you would go to the hair store and buy a fucking sponge, and I didn't know what it was. Somebody was like, you need to get a sponge. Like, what the fuck is a
Bro,
sponge?
my
So then
shit
they,
can't do that, bro. My shit can't do that. I'm sorry about that shit. My shit can't do that at all. Like my son here, this nigga got a mohawk for real. Like his shit, like when my stepdad cut him, his shit be like faded on the side and like his shit sit up like that high. My youngest son, he, you know what I'm saying, his shit super curly, but my oldest, like that nigga, if he let his shit grow long, like when he was a kid, people used to think he was a girl. His shit used to drop past his shoulders and everything, bro. Like, I'm telling you, man, like my shit though, it can't do that though. I used to try like I remember when I first got the afro before I started getting my shit braided. But I used to want to keep the afro out all the time. I used to hate having my hair braided. I used to want my shit out nonstop, bro.
man, my kids, man, both of them, they got white people hair, man. So, and my youngest, he want his hair like mine so bad. He be like, damn, I want my
Yeah,
hair like yours. Like, man, it's not like
that's why.
yours.
Listen, when I first seen it, bro, I was like, damn, bro. I was like, man, I want my shit like that. That's fire, bro. But I can't get it like that. I'm like, I can't do it, bro. It just don't. It don't work, man. It
Hey,
don't
man,
work.
hey, this shit is a hassle, man. Because like, man, I'm that type of dude, man. I am like, and it's I always had like this dumb interpretation, like like when your dad or your well, not necessarily your dad, but like an older person would tell you something, and like
Yeah,
you trust them and you believe them, so you
yeah,
start picking up on some of the shit until you realize like that was dumb as hell what they told me, and
yeah,
so like I, I always thought that like if you like focused in like a lot on your hair as a dude that you was like a pretty boy. So I was like,
yeah.
so I wouldn't do like special shit with my hair. Like I mean, I would like brush it. You know what I'm saying? Like I never really had like the waves. You know
Oh
what I'm saying?
man.
Like I had like a little bit, but it wouldn't really like I never like focused on my hair so much. Like Chicago and Poetic
Yeah,
Justice. All he did
yeah.
was brush his goddamn hair the whole fucking
Bro,
movie.
I
But
wish,
man,
bro. Listen, let me tell you something. If I let my hair grow out for 2 weeks, I don't even need a brush. All I gotta do is do like this. It ain't nothing but waves, bro.
oh
I ain't
man,
need no
but I
do. I
couldn't.
used to wear a do rag just because everybody else wore one.
Man, I could never get it. And then like so I always thought that look if I focused on my head a lot, then I
Yeah,
was being like a pretty boy. But then like so that's another reason why now it's like when I got it braided, all I gotta do is put on the do rag, make sure it don't fuck up while I'm sleeping.
yep, yep.
Get up in the morning, boom, I'm good. But when I got it out, man, I gotta put this cream in it. Man, I gotta
Mm-hmm.
goddamn
Got
damp
moisturizer.
it,
Got
put
to
the
do all that
cream in
shit.
it, do all this shit. It's
Yeah,
like, man, I don't want to do all
yeah,
this, man. And it's
yeah,
just like but then, like, I thought that you was being a pretty boy, but it's like, no, you just gotta take care of your fucking hair.
yeah.
Like,
Just take care of yourself. Well, that's around the time that anytime you did that, remember they used to call you a metrosexual. Remember that shit?
Hey,
That seems to be funny as fuck, bro.
hey, people wild as fuck, dude. People wild as
Yeah,
fuck. Like they would
just make
say,
shit up.
hell yeah, man, just to make you feel bad. And it's
Yeah.
really because they want to do it, and they're trying to convince you not to do it. So
Mm-hmm.
they'll sit there and call it something like people backwards, man. People
Yeah,
backwards as
man.
fuck.
Yeah, man.
People
That's
backwards as
funny.
fuck, man. That's funny though, man. It's funny reminiscing on some of this shit, boy. Cause that's man,
Hell yeah.
my dad, man, like he's one of those guys, man. Look, I love him to death, but man, you know what I'm saying? He's just one of those dudes. Oh man, how can I say this without
Old
being
school.
mean?
Just
I mean,
old
he's
school.
old school, but my dad, man, he really is, man. You know what I'm saying? A nugget, you know what I'm saying? A nugget short of a 6-piece, man. Sometimes, like my
Oh no, I
dad to
got it.
say, like,
Listen, that yeah, I'm with you. I know what you mean.
dude, he'll say some of the wildest shit, dude. Like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
right. I probably shouldn't do this, but I'm gonna do it. So I remember one time, dude, we all at Uncle Washington's house chilling.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We all go down there, couple drinks, we all yelling, arguing about sports, all types of
Yeah.
shit. So then we get on the subject of like kids and stuff. And so my dad is like my dad literally said this, my guy literally said this. Like this is a true story, you know what I'm saying? My dad said, yeah, he was
Yeah.
like, he was like, the only way you gonna get a girl if it's the woman on top and she's working the hardest and the man ain't doing that. And I looked at
I
his
heard
head.
that. I heard that. Yeah. They all listen. That is hey, I told you I'm telling you, bro, that's one of them things that black people pass down to their kids that don't even know that they pass down to their kids. That's just like breaking my if you step on the crack, you break my back. That's all that is in the same thing. My uncle used to tell me that all the time. He was like, hey man, look, he was like, if you get a girl pregnant, I'm telling you now, you better do all the work. If not, you're gonna have a little girl. You don't want no little girl. It's like I'm telling you, that's just something they believe. That's weird, man.
Hey, I was like, damn, man. I said, that's not fucking true, man. He's like, yeah, it is. And like, dude, he got mad at like, listen, me and my dad, hey, when you get me, dude, I wish that you could come down here, dude, my guy, and just chill
Yeah.
with me, Uncle Washington, and my dad, dude. Cause
We gonna definitely do that. I'm
we
gonna make
have
that
my dad,
arrangement for real.
we have him so mad. He hate chilling with us. Cause he
Yeah.
said all we do is disagree with him. It's like, cause you always wrong. you, like you wrong all the time, man. And
Yeah.
then like he literally like he argued up and down. I was like, Dad, I said, listen to me. I said, let me break this down to you in layman terms. I said, how many balls you got? he's
Yeah.
like, he's like, I got two. All right, motherfucker, you got one ball of girls and one ball of men, like, or boys. Like, what the hell, man? It don't matter who the fuck on top. Like, what you talking about?
Man, that's hilarious, bro. That's
Hey,
I never
man.
thought about it that way. That's funny.
Hey,
I
I
never
just
thought
figured
about it
that's
that
what
way.
the fuck they meant. I was like,
Yeah.
shit.
I never thought about it that way though. That's genius. That is genius.
Hey,
Hey, listen, the funniest thing that ever happened, bro, with my stepdad, bro, was okay. Look. So I think I was in like seventh, maybe sixth, seventh grade. And we had moved into a new house or whatever. And I think we was probably like maybe 3-4 years into the house. So we was trying to take a shower and everything, we take our shower and get out the way. My mom wanted to take a bath. So she tried to take a bath, and the faucet on the shower. I mean, not the shower faucet, but the actual faucet at the bottom ain't working. You can take a shower, you can't take no bath. So she go tell my stepdad. She's like, "Hey, the faucet ain't working. Something wrong with the faucet. Fix it." So he like, "God damn!" Like, all right, yeah, I'll fix it, whatever. So he get to fixing it. Going back and forth to Home Depot, getting all the stuff. So one day, man, I'm in there, I'm playing, what was I playing? I was playing PlayStation 2, sitting back, I'm in my room kicking it. I'm playing like Madden or some shit like that. I'm on franchise mode. And my mom in her room, she watching TV, You know what I'm saying? My stepdad, he doing something. My little sister in the room doing whatever the fuck she was doing. And all you hear is just complete silence for like 3 seconds. And then all you hear is so everybody run to the goddamn, you know what I'm saying, the bathroom, and in the midst of running to the bathroom, all you hear is, God damn it, oh shit. So we get to the bathroom, bro, and he getting up, shirt soaked, face soaked, and water is shooting out the wall, bro, to the back of the fucking shower. Bro, when I tell you the funniest shit, I fell on the floor crying. He was mad than a motherfucker, bro. He was like, I tried to twist the goddamn knob, water just goddamn shut out the goddamn wall. Bro, I've never listened. My stepdad is the coolest guy in the world, bro. I've never seen this man get angry. I never seen this man raise his voice. None of that shit, right? Only on certain occasions. But when I tell you, bro, he was on 10, my nigga. He was on 10, bro. Do you hear me? That goddamn water was hitting the back of the motherfucking tub, bro. That shit was the funniest shit I ever seen in my life, bro. From that point on, bro. From that point on, I start calling nigga Tim Two-Man Taylor, man. That shit was funny than the motherfucker, bro. Because everything he fixed was like that for like it. I don't know what it was about that house, but anytime he fixed something in that house, bro, it was always something going on before he got it fixed. He eventually ended up getting it fixed and started working great and everything. But when that shit happened, oh my goodness, bro, I thought this nigga was like hurt. I thought something happened to him. I'm talking about the knob on the faucet is shot out and hit the back of the wall. Water was hitting the wall and everything. I'm talking. If you can just imagine water shooting out of a wall, like that shit looked like Do the Right Thing when they used to put the can over the motherfucking hydrant. That's exactly what it looked like, bro. That's exactly what it looked like, bro. I'm telling you, bro, that was the funniest moment I've ever seen, bro. Like, I've never seen him lose his cool until that. That's when he lost his cool over, bro. If he couldn't fix nothing, he used to get mad at the motherfucker. But that shit was funny as fuck, bro. I was like, God damn. He said, oh, shit, God damn. That shit was funny as hell.
Oh, man. You got to stop, man. Yo, like now this ain't funny because I was mad as fuck. So my dad asked me what I wanted for Christmas, right? So I was like, shit. And this was, let me see. So this had to be, so PlayStation 2 came out in, I think I was I think I was a sophomore. Like the one. It was like 2001. So I had the PlayStation. So I told my dad, he said, what you want for Christmas? And he know I only played 2 games. I only played NCAA football and NBA Live.
Oh, that was my shit. Yeah,
all I had. All I played. So when I told him I wanted the PlayStation 2, he knew the only games that I wanted. So Christmas come around, you know what I'm saying? Because I came to his house a little late because I had started Christmas off at my mom's. So then I go to my dad's house. So I see all of this shit, like it's clothes and stuff. And then I see the games. So this motherfucker bought me some clothes and the college football, the live, but they were PlayStation 2, but ain't no PlayStation 2. So I'm like, Dad. I'm like, man, where the PlayStation 2 at? He said, I got the games you wanted. I said, man, I can't play on that game, man.
What the fuck What am I gonna do with this? This shit don't play on PlayStation, my guy.
So listen, I was faced with a decision, dude. So what do you think a 15, 16, 17-year-old kid gonna say when they ask you this question? He said, so they looked to see how much they cost. They said, look,
Yeah.
you either get the PlayStation 2 and we take these clothes back, or you get the clothes. I said, what you think I said?
Fuck them clothes, bro. Fuck them clothes, bro.
Hey, bro, I said, fuck them clothes, man. I said,
Shit
give
up
me that
out of here.
PlayStation 2.
Go get my
I
goddamn
don't want
PlayStation
that.
2. Exactly, bro. Fuck them clothes. You
Dude.
don't fuck about no jeans,
Oh.
nigga. I want to play live. Hey, let me tell you something, bro. That's hilarious. That is fucking hilarious. So,
hey, it wasn't hilarious at the time.
I know what.
I was hot,
I'm gonna
bro.
tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. So before I became a Browns fan, right? I ain't gonna say before I became a Browns fan. Before I revealed myself as a Browns fan, because growing up in Ohio, where I'm at, it's all Cincinnati stuff, right? So as a kid, I used to always like the Browns, but I ain't want to tell nobody because you know, saying that's trash. You don't want nobody laughing at you. So I used to have other teams. Like I used to be a Rams fan. You know what I'm saying? With Isaac Bruce and Torrey Holt was there. Kurt Warner, Marshall Faulk, them. And then I switched over to being a Buccaneer fan when they had Derek Brooks and all them, right? So that I think around this Christmas I was a Buccaneer fan. So I tell my mom, my stepdad, like, yo, can y'all give me a jersey? This when they just got the Reebok jerseys. So I'm like, can y'all give me a jersey? You know, since Christmas, I want a Buccaneer jersey. They like, yeah, we'll get you one. Don't worry about it. We'll get you one. Man.
I already know.
Nah, bro, listen. So I opened the box, right? Because I just know I'm getting this jersey, right? I know I'm getting this jersey. Ain't nothing you can tell me, bro. They always come through for me on Christmas. Anything that they ask that I want, they always come through for me on Christmas. They got me the jersey, bro. That motherfucker ain't had no number. That motherfucker ain't had no name. That motherfucker had the logo on the sleeves, and that was it, bro. It was just a blank jersey. Man, when I tell you, bro, I was pissed. Bro, I looked at that jersey, I was like, just imagine being a little kid, bro. You hold up a jersey and don't know who the fuck jersey it is. You just know. There's a Tampa Bay Buccaneers jersey, bro. I just looked at it like, thanks, guys. I was like, thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Hey, that's that shit. That's that shit where you can go to. Like, I'm pretty sure I know, even though you in Ohio and I'm in South Carolina, I know y'all got this shit where they got those corner stores where like the people like sell like the hat. No, I'm talking about the hats, and it'll just be like it'll say like New York, and it'll be like green and white, but it ain't the Jets logo. Yeah, it's the gas station. And like, man, I ain't got one of those for a gift one time. It wasn't even like the team stuff. It was just the team colors. Like, shit on. I don't want that shit, man. What am I do with that?
Hey, but no, look, I'm gonna tell you I was so bad, bro. So when they got me the jersey or whatever, that next year, you know what I'm saying? I'm in high school, so we had Jersey Day. So I'm going around with the jersey on, but I got a hoodie covering. I got a zip up hoodie covering the jersey, so it just looked like I got the jersey on. So the bottom of the jersey is showing. It got the little Reebok tag on and everything. So we get in one class, and the teacher was like, "All right, you know what I'm saying? Take your jackets and stuff off. Y'all sit down, chill out, whatever." I still got my hoodie on. Bro, this teacher was so adamant about me getting this goddamn jacket off, bro. So I take my motherfucking jacket off, bro. I just knew, bro. I'm like, man, I'm about to be murdered, bro. I'm about to be murdered. I take my jacket off, bro. My dude look over, he was like, man, let me tell you something, bro. If you ever in high school, I'm telling everybody that if you listening to this and you in high school, I know it sounds bad now. I know it's painful now. You know what I'm saying? When your friends roast you. But just appreciate it for right now, because later on down the line, y'all ain't going to do nothing but laugh about it. Man, they roasted me for a week, bro. Do you hear me? They was taking off on me for a week. This one dude, my one dude was like, my dude Gary, bro. He used to like the Titans. So you know what I'm saying? He had his Steve McNair jersey on. He was like, he said, "Who do you play for?" That's all he said. He said, "Who do you play for?"
Oh man,
Bro, I was so
yo,
hurt, man. I was just like, man, this ain't shit.
hey, but that is so funny you bring that up, man. Like they used to call me and my cousin Brandon. They used to call us the Jersey Boys because like we used to have jerseys on like almost every day. Like I got a picture when I was in the seventh grade. You know what I'm saying? I had the
Yeah.
Mookie Blaylock jersey on. You know what I'm saying with the heart
Man.
across the side with the man and
Yeah.
like. Man, I used to have that. I had the Jerry Stackhouse jersey. Obviously, I had the Jerry Rice jersey. And like me and my cousin, we used to buy jerseys and flip flop all the time. And then,
Yeah.
then FUBU came up, and then FUBU had
Oh,
the
I had a
jerseys with
Harlem
the oh
Globetrotter
05
jersey.
on them.
No, I had a Harlem Globetrotter jersey.
I didn't have a Harlem
FUBU Harlem
Globetrotters, but
Globetrotter. I had a blue FUBU Harlem Globetrotter jersey. That's the only basketball jersey I had. Oh, I take that back. That's the second one. The first one I had a Sean Kemp jersey, and I wore that all the way till I was like 13.
oh boy, I had a Sean Kemp jersey, but I didn't get the one I wanted though. My little cousin Ethan, he had it. He had the one,
Mm-hmm.
the original Sonics. You know what I'm saying with the
Yeah,
green,
it
like
was
with the
all
green
green with
and
the Sonic
yellow.
going across it like that. Yeah,
Yeah, I
I had
wanted
that one.
that one. I
Yeah,
wanted
I
that
had
one,
that
but they bought me when they switched to like that dark hunter
with the
green
red.
type of
Yeah,
color. Yeah,
yeah.
I had that camp jersey, and
I
like
had I
then,
had the one that had Sonic going across it like that.
see, that's the one I wanted, but I didn't get that one.
Yeah,
And so, and then cause my name's Sean, and then at the
right.
time I was Duncan. So then I had
Yeah,
this one cousin that would call me. He always, even to this day, dude. Like if I see that motherfucker right now, he'd be like, "What's up, Sean Kemp?" He been calling me Sean
mm-hmm.
Kemp since I was like 13 years old. Like it's
Yeah.
crazy. But like, yeah, man, it's funny you bring up jerseys, man. I used to wear jerseys all the time, but it's different
Now
nowadays,
see,
man.
now, bro, I got all kind of jerseys, bro. I got all kind of football jerseys, bro. I got the color rush jerseys. I got a Trent Richardson jersey. I got a Reebok Brady Quinn jersey. I used to wear for good luck. It's a it's a kids
Good
extra
luck.
large. Listen, it's a kids extra large, right? And I used to wear it under the jersey that I used to wear.
Brady Quinn for good luck,
Yeah, yep. Because
man.
the first time I ever wore it, listen, the first time I ever wore it, the Browns won.
Man, get that muscle bound quarterback out of here, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you when I knew Brady Quinn wasn't gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
He was already, you know what I'm saying, big as
Trash.
hell at Notre Dame. But
Trash.
man, when I seen him come out preseason,
Mm-hmm.
man, his arms was about the size of my neck, dude. I was like,
Oh
yo,
no,
he is.
I wasn't happy we got Brady Quinn at all. I was never
I
happy
was
about
like,
that. I knew Brady Quinn was trash in the what was that, the Tostitos Bowl, when we put up 700 plus yards of offense on them and almost 1,000 yards of total offense together on them. I been
like,
knew he
dude,
was garbage.
I was like, man, he got too much muscle, man. I was like that's it was
Yeah,
just
I
I've
told you
never seen this
anybody
one.
that comes out of Notre Dame is garbage.
I mean, look, you've been right about that, man. I mean, we're gonna see what Ian Book do, but I can't think of anybody other than Joe
Trash.
Montana. Other than Joe Montana,
Chase
it's like
Claypool,
what other
Chase Claypool for the Pittsburgh Steelers, trash,
dude? Manti Teo, trash.
trash. Yep, trash,
Deshaun Golston, that year they went
trash,
undefeated and lost in the championship. It's like,
trash.
dude. Oh, okay. Only two dudes I can think of right now is Joe Montana and Tim Brown. That's it. It's like
That's it.
that's
No,
it. They the only Hall of Famers that I know.
no, wait. I'm tripping. Where did Jerome Bettis go? Didn't Jerome Bettis go to Notre Dame?
Yes, he did. Yes. No, I forgot about him
And Jerome
because he
Bettis,
was number two.
that's it.
He was too
Yep,
damn
that's
big to
it.
wear number two, dude. Like, come on, man.
Yep.
You can't be the bus and you wear number two. You need double numbers, man. They ain't gonna look right.
They gotta fix that shit
Yeah.
in college, man. Or they gotta let the same rules apply in the league. One of the two. I don't like that.
Oh, you don't like defensive linemen wearing single numbers?
No, it's either defensive linemen can wear single numbers in whatever league they play, or they can't do it in college. They gotta match
Oh,
that thing up, man. Because listen,
oh,
I
you,
don't. I was
oh,
so happy when receivers would start when they let receivers start wearing single numbers. I was so happy, bro.
that well, they still don't let them do it in the NFL though.
That's exactly. That's what I'm saying.
They
They
they let
start
them.
letting them wear like tens and whatever, but
Yeah.
that yeah, they should let them wear like a number 2 or whatever because number 2 used to be my number.
Oh yeah, man. Charles Woodson.
Charles, who?
Charles Woodson was my guy, man. Yeah, man.
Who?
Come on, man. You heard me, man. I know you ain't no Michigan guy, but you gotta admit Charles Woodson was that deal, man. Man,
No,
you
I
gotta
don't.
admit,
I
you
don't gotta
know he
admit that
was.
at all. No, I
Yeah, he was.
don't.
He's that guy, man. He's that guy. Hall of Famer, first ballot Hall of Famer, my guy. I know. I understand. I get it. I know
You see
all
how I
that.
just pulled that out of you see how I just pulled that out of nowhere? That wasn't even staged. I just pulled that out of nowhere. That lets you know. That lets you know. I'll never admit that. I hate
Oh
watching
man.
college game day.
Oh God, Desmond Howard.
Yep. I hate
Man,
college game day.
man, you got Kurt Herbstreit, man. I mean, you got Kurt on the show.
That's the only reason. That's the only reason I watch it, bro. Shout out to Kirk, bro.
Oh
Shout out to
man.
you, Herbie.
Yeah, I like Herbie, man. I like Herbie. I hate that his kids went to Clemson though. Fuck that shit.
Yeah,
And
that's cool. That's cool.
that man Herbie ain't that cool no more, man. We ain't that cool no more.
I feel you.
Man,
I feel you.
so what do you I ended on this. Like as far as you know what I'm saying, they say this is what they claim. This is what Dr. Fauci is saying. Dr. Fauci is saying that by by August, I think he said. By August, he was like, things should be similar back to normal, whatnot. And it was like something like by like November, they would hope to have, I don't know, like 75% of America like vaccinated or whatnot.
Yeah.
So by this time, if that estimate goes right, what are some of the things you're looking forward to doing? Like, is it like you can't wait to go into like a movie theater, or you can't wait to travel? Like what is that one thing that you're looking forward to doing?
I ain't gonna lie. Hopefully, I ain't snitching, but I've been able to do everything since the pandemic. I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, I don't know if it's just like you know what I'm saying where we at. It ain't that bad or whatever, but like we was going to the mall during the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? We was still going out to eat. We would have to wear a mask and everything, but I mean, like outside of that, like we've been doing everything since the pandemic been happening. I don't like going to the movies anyway. So far as the movies go, they can keep that. I'd rather just watch the movie when it come out on HBO. But
Hold on, that's surprising to me though. I thought because like man, we were just talking like the last episode or the last episode of Views Anonymous, we were saying that like those moments where it's like, oh, when this happened, you get the out of the crowd or
yeah.
you get out of touch. I thought you was into that.
Oh, I was when I say that, I was meaning drive-ins. I understand how I go in the actual theater, but I meant drive. Like we do drive-ins. Like I don't like being in the movie theater. I never like being in the movie theater. I think it's pointless. For me to go to pay and sit down and watch a movie with a bunch of other people who may or may not interrupt you after you've already paid your ticket to go see this movie, I think it's stupid. But a drive-in movie theater is genius. You get to go in your car, turn your radio on, you get to go get your snacks, come back. If it's too cold outside, you can kind of still watch it. You know what I'm saying? Like you got everything you need. Too cold outside, turn a little bit of heat on, you good. You know what I'm saying? You can adjust your seat. You ain't got to worry about nobody in the back. You ain't got to worry about nobody in front of you getting up, going to pee. None of that. Drive-in movie theater, great. But like
I
getting
never
the
been to
actual movie theater, they can suck it.
I never been to a drive-in. Never been to one.
Whoa,
But the
wait,
thing
what?
is, like,
What?
we don't really have any like around here though. Like I think that's one of the things. Like
Oh,
it's
okay,
just
okay.
not like
Okay, that makes sense.
yeah, like we don't just have like an area for like a drive-in. But like, so I mean, I never been to
Oh
one. Like
man,
my
you
thing
missed
with
out then,
movies,
man.
yeah, I hear, man, because I've heard people talk about them before. And like my thing is with movies, it's like it depends on what the movie is. Like I love being
Mhm.
in like I love going to the movies for horror movies. Like it's like different types of movies. Like if it's a
Yeah.
horror movie, I like going to the movies to see it. If it's you know what I'm saying, an Avengers movie, I like going to
Hmm.
go see it that way. Like
Yeah.
I don't go to the movies to see a drama. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't I just that's just not now action I could do okay, I could do action horror. Well, damn, Avengers is action. So like action and like
Yeah.
horror, I'm cool with it. But like if it's like a mystery or a suspense, I can watch that shit at home. It just really depends on
Man.
what it is.
So like for me, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so the drive-in is super cool because like, you know what I'm saying, and this is something that I recommend to you, you know what I'm saying, whenever you and your lady get a chance, you know what I mean, come back up to Ohio. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, I show y'all how to get to the drive-in. I show y'all where to go. Y'all get to the drive-in. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have that drive-in make out. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what the drive-in is all about. That's what it was always all about. You know what I'm saying? You make out at the drive-in. You know what I'm saying? If you get lucky, you get lucky. It's a few people that used to steal their parents' minivan, come up here. You know what I'm saying? Get it in, but you know what I'm saying? That's what the drive-in was all about, man. For us, at least, like I remember in high school, we used to leave, you know what I'm saying, on the weekends, take somebody's car or whatever, or somebody's mom's car, shoot out to the drive-in, you know what I'm saying, with a few girls, go kick it, you know. It used to be a good time. Like now, me and my wife take my kids out there, and like I'd be asleep by the time the movie over, because you know what I'm saying. Like I'm a real live dad too, so you know what I mean. Like outside of that, like I don't get to enjoy the same stuff in the drive-in that I used to because I got kids now. But you know what I'm saying. Come out there and it's a good date. You know what I'm saying. But if not, it's still a good time depending on what it is. Like I remember when Batman Begins came out, I went to go see Batman Begins at the drive-in by myself. Great time. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry about nobody saying, excuse me, trying to walk past you, going to get some fucking nachos. You ain't got to worry about none of that. It was just a good time, bro.
Ah, that's funny. That's funny. Man, I remember like I remember the last couple of times because well, what came out last? I can't remember. I think the last time I went to the movies, I went to see me and my youngest son. We went to see The Lion King. So did wait a minute? Did The Lion King come before or after?
Oh,
Did that come before or after Endgame? I
before.
can't remember. Before? Okay,
I think it was before.
so the last time I
Yeah.
went was Endgame
You
then.
talking about the Yeah, you talking about the one with the real animals?
Yeah, that shit was trash, man.
Horrible. Horrible.
It
Yeah.
was trash.
It's
It was
because
so
they
bad.
had real animals. They had real animals,
Yeah,
bro.
they didn't have the facial expressions, man. Like I said, like I'm
Thank
gonna tell you
you.
what I
Thank
said,
you. Thank you.
dude. I said this is the first time I didn't cry when Mufasa died, man. Like this symbol didn't do the
Cause it looked
justice, man.
it was like watching National Geographic with the goddamn lions talking, man. That's all it was.
Yeah, yeah,
I
man.
didn't care about none of that shit.
I didn't either. I didn't either.
When I seen
And like,
Mufasa die, I was like, well, guess that nigga got beat. I didn't care. I didn't care, bro.
man, it was not good, man. I told, but see, my son had seen the other one before, but like
Hmm.
I think he did like the graphics, and then my dumb ass. So we get there, and I'm like, okay. So I'm looking at the times, and I'm like, I will go to this time.
Yeah,
So me and him, we get there, and so I ain't even paying no attention. I just said, yo, I want 7:30.
yeah.
Man, this bitch tell me goddamn like $32 or some shit. I'm like, huh? And she's like, oh yeah, you do know this a 3D one, right? I was like, motherfucker,
Oh
man.
man.
Man. And then the next one went to like 10. I was like,
So you
man,
mean to tell me you got to watch the shitty Lion King in 3D, bro?
in 3D, man, with the 3D glasses and everything, man. I was like,
Emotionless,
man.
emotionless Mufasa died in 3D,
In
bro.
3D.
Emotionless Mufasa. That's what I called that shit, the emotionless line. Because my wife was like, "You didn't like it?" I was like, "No, bro, this shit was stupid." I'm like, they didn't. First off, they would have did better if they'd have had like some facial expressions, man. That's the only thing. Like in the animated version, you know what I'm saying? You could tell when they were sad. You could tell when they were
Yep.
scared. You know what I'm saying? In the goddamn movie, you was like, okay, all these niggas look the same. Ain't none of their facial expressions changed. So like they didn't tense up or nothing. I'm like, man, fuck this movie.
Nah, but then at the same time, Jonathan Taylor and my man from what's my man name?
Childish Gambino, Donald Glover.
No. I'm talking about the old one. The
Oh,
dude.
you
So
talking
see,
about dude that played Marcus and Smart Guy?
no,
He
I'm
was
talking
Jason
about
Weaver.
who was Jason Weaver?
He sung the Lion King. Yeah, he sung for the Lion King. Is that what you talking about?
The adult or the kid? Because I'm talking about the kid version.
The kid version, I don't know who I don't know who that was.
That's my man from fucking ATL, the dark skinned one.
Jason Weaver.
Oh, that's his name. Oh, see, I never know his damn name. But
Yeah, you talking
yeah,
about with the Teddy.
I think that's what his name was, and
With
he
the
was in
goals.
he was in
He had the
yeah, he was in
goals.
Drumline. He was in
Yeah,
Drumline.
that's
Yeah,
Jason
yeah,
Weaver. He
yeah.
sung he sung I
Yeah,
Wanna
he
Be a Hero.
sung, but
Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor was the regular
Was the
Simba
voice.
voice. But
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
like they killed that shit. The new people, trash. The new
Nah, I
people were
don't think
trash.
so. I ain't gonna say that. Childish
I
Gambino
mean,
and Beyonce did a good job, man. They did a good
no,
job.
I'm talking about the kid version of Simba.
Oh, I don't know who did the kid version. I fell asleep during that movie. I don't remember. All I know is Childish Gambino and Beyonce was in it, man. I told you when we go to the drive-in, I fall asleep halfway through the movie, bro. That's just dad mode.
Oh man, that is too funny, man. Nah, man, but you know what I'm saying? I like the movie, but I haven't been in a while, man. And I used to be fine going by myself. Like I used to go to the movie. I know like especially like 2018,
Yeah.
19, like I know like if I went to the movies 10 times, like I went 8 times by myself. Like just by myself.
Listen, if I could go to the movies by myself, bro, it'd be a wrap. It'd be a wrap.
Yeah, man. But like I mean like we
Last
got
time, hold on. Yeah, last time we actually went to a movie theater, bro, was when Power Rangers came out.
what came out?
Power Rangers.
Oh, Power Rangers. Oh yeah, I seen that version with Elizabeth Banks.
Yep.
Yeah. I seen that. It wasn't better than the regular version to me.
Nope. It wasn't supposed to be, but that's how it is.
Yeah,
My
that
kids enjoyed
regular.
it though. My kids enjoyed. They was running around the house for 3-4 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Screaming what color ranger they was, and I was like, I did my job as a dad, man.
Yeah, because I did it. I did the same thing, man. I did
Yeah,
the
I
same
did my
thing,
job
but
as a dad, man. Yep.
hey, but I started out as the black, but then man, when Tommy came out with the white suit, boy, with the
Whoa,
boy,
what?
I said I'm the white one, boy. That suit was off the
What?
chain.
Man, you
Yes.
tripping. I started off as the black too, but when Tommy came out as the Green Ranger, the bad guy, I was in there, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Yes.
With the
I knew you would.
Hey, get
That's
Saba out of here. I don't care about Saba, bro. Fuck Saba, bro. Give me that Dragon Zord staff, bro. I mean, that
man.
Dragon, that knife, bro. I'm in there, bro.
Listen, those with the 3 triangles, man, those were the best.
Yeah.
Those were the best outfits they had, man.
Yeah.
Even the helmets was better. How can technology get better, but y'all helmets get worse? Like
man,
those helmets
I
was
take
fire.
it back. I remember the which ones was after that? The Ninja Rangers? No, it wasn't Ninja Rangers. Which one was that? What was the second Power Rangers movie? The one with the cars. Them was alright though.
It was cool.
Turbo. That's what it was called. Turbo was cool.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. It was cool.
With the little kid, remember the little kid turned into a teenager? The Blue Ranger? That nigga turned into a teenager when he was a Power Ranger, bro. I was like, man, get this nigga out of here, man. He ain't real.
Hey, boy, the shit we used to watch, boy. I'm telling you, that shit is wild, boy.
Yeah, man.
Oh man. Listen, that was fucking fun. We didn't get in the goddamn space shit like we did the last time. Look, I got a damn NASA shirt on.
We
Goddamn.
talked about Power Rangers, that space shit.
Yeah. Oh man, what's my dude name, man? That was the little robot. Damn, I forgot. Out. Yep.
Yeah.
Damn, boy. Them was the days, man.
My kids still watch Power Rangers to this day, so I ain't got no choice but to know.
That's why I haven't seen Power Rangers
They be
so long.
quizzing me. I be like, man, I watched this shit when I was a kid. Move, man, I already seen this shit.
Now that'd be the funny thing, like when your kids try to like tell you, especially like when you put them on to something, and then my son, man, he's always like, Dad, did you know such and such did this? I'm like, man, I'm the one who put you on that movie. Like, what you talking about? How you gonna ask me? Do I know?
Yeah.
I'm the one.
My kids do that with me with wrestling. They think they know all the wrestlers. I'm like, fam, you don't even know half of them.
Yeah, boy, it'd be so funny, but man, that shit, it makes you a proud dad though, like to see that some of the interests be some of your interests. You be like, that's fucking dope. Especially when you don't push it on to them, like that shit be dope. But man, hey, I appreciate you coming on, man.
Sure. Bro.
And then like, you know what I'm saying, this is just another preview of like, you know what I'm saying, this is just more promotion for Viewers Anonymous. You know what I'm saying? Like for the people that might catch on a little late or didn't hear like the 2 or 3 episodes that we did already, because we did the we did the biggest snake episode on here. You came on for what, the top 10 horror movies.
Yep, and the music joints.
Yeah, and the 2 music part 1 and part 2. So yeah, man. Like this is what we do, man. We cut it up, we have fun. We definitely get a lot of laughs in. That's to be expected on, you know what I'm saying, the Viewers Anonymous that we do. So I feel like the shit fit, man. It just feels good. It just feels good getting episodes in with you, man. And like what we do over there on the other podcast, it's just man, like you said last night, man, it's a great partnership because, like, you know what I'm saying, we feed off each other. We both do different things and all this type stuff, and like we just put that shit together, and that shit just flows. And it's just like, because like I was going through when I was, because I still am. We're like, Unc just come in and he's the talent. You know what I'm saying? He comes in, he does what he does, and he leaves. You know what I'm saying? I gotta do all the other shit. I gotta come up with the topics. I gotta come up with, you know what I'm saying, the recording it and all that type stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm wearing all the hats, but you know what I'm saying, when I'm with you, you know what I'm saying, I ain't doing all the hats. You know what I'm saying? It's like some of the episodes. Now, Unc don't have a problem carrying a podcast. He'll carry a podcast all damn day.
Yeah.
So
he got the knowledge too, man.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. And then like it was great to have I'm gonna tell you what made my day on that last episode that we did, episode 201, was when he said, when we was talking about, and my dumb man, let me tell you how dumb I am. I'm so fucking football mode, my guy. I don't know if you heard the episode yet, but I called Bill O'Neill, Bill O'Brien through the whole goddamn podcast.
Hey, either one to do.
Hey, and I only called it one time, and I thought I only said it that one time, but then I went back and listened to that shit. I said, "Well, I'm a fucking dumbass." Oh, I called him Bill O'Brien the whole damn podcast.
Hey, bro, it be like that, man. It be like that, bro.
But I bring that up because I was saying that because he wanted to make it clear that the FBI was the reason that Bill O'Neill did what he did. And like I told I broke it down to him, was like, yes, he could have did what he did, but he could have threw a monkey wrench in there somewhere. You know what I'm saying? True. Like he didn't have to. Like
but he was 17 too, though. He was 17 too, though. So
you know I mean, yeah, true. And then like at the same time, like I told him, I was like, even when it comes down to, you know what I'm saying, did he have to put that sleep aid in his Kool-Aid? He he didn't have to do it. They wouldn't
Right.
have known if he did it or not. So I was saying, like, don't get me wrong. Like, I know J. Edgar Hoover is the orchestrator of all of this. I
Yeah.
said, but at the same time, he didn't have to, you know what I'm saying, go through everything that way. And he was like, I never thought of it that way. And I was
Yeah.
like, what? I got to think about something. I was
That's
like,
fine.
hey, but that was
Yeah,
a
that's
proud
fire.
moment for me. But I was like,
Yeah,
that was a
that's
proud
fire,
moment for me.
bro.
And he was just like, I never thought of it that way. But like I always say, man, like we put out 2 a week, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We throwing the episodes out there. We got something coming up. Hopefully everything works out. So we got something. Hopefully we got something special coming up.
Mhm.
Let me see, two more episodes out. You know what I'm saying? So we got two.
Yep.
Well, it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, work, but then we'll see how everything works out with the other thing. I also got some other stuff planned for this podcast, so stay tuned with that. But please, people go check out the Viewers Anonymous, well, the VA Podcast Watch Group page on Facebook. Trying to get that crowd up, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my guy, which one was it? One of the Irby boys. I think it was Vic. Some dudes I played football with. I had something else, some requests, and I think it was
Okay.
Vic. So Vic had added, added in on the group. So I appreciate him. But we trying to
Yeah.
get that up, man, so we can get people to,
We halfway there, man. We up to 50 now.
yeah, well, 52 since he just
Yeah,
came on
52.
this
Yep.
morning. Yeah, so we're trying to get that crowd up, man, so we can get more interaction with the people. So go check out that Viewers Anonymous VA Watch Group page on Facebook. And for me, so this is so you can go to a Stolen Time podcast. Man, I'm telling you, if this podcast keep growing the way it's growing, man, I'm gonna have to create his own page, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I just been doing like like, cause I've
Yeah.
been doing everything, and like maybe I need to change. Cause like what I did for the YouTube version is I just changed the name to the Stolen Time Podcast Network. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like that's what I did on YouTube, and so it'd just be like a umbrella of shit up under it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like that's how I've been treating this podcast.
It's a
But
good name though. It's a good name.
yeah, man, I might change the name on Facebook too, man. I might end up changing that to the Stolen Time Podcast Network because
Yeah.
the only thing I post like is three podcasts I'm posting all the time. It's Viewers
Mm-hmm.
Anonymous, it's 28 minutes or less, and it's the Stolen Time Podcast. So I might have to change
Yeah.
that as well. But go follow that page on Facebook and also the Stolen Time Pod on Instagram, s.foster8 on Instagram and Twitter. Please, people, man, subscribe to this podcast, man. I need people. I need to grow the community on this. Then I'm always promoting Viewers Anonymous and get y'all over towards that way.
For sure, man. Y'all can follow me on Twitter at ScootzBronsen. You can follow me on Instagram at ScootzBronsen_TV. If you mess with the Viewers Anonymous podcast, you like to watch it, just go to YouTube, search ScootzBronsen TV. That's where all the Viewers Anonymous videos are. I got a little bit of other stuff on there. I got a live stream called Isolated Society that you can check out on Twitter. And I got 15 minutes of fame, man. The solo podcast that I do, that I interview interesting people that are in my life, very, very important people to me, but also very interesting people to me, man. Um, S. Dot's been on there twice. He was actually the first person I ever interviewed on 15 Minutes of Fame. So, go check that out. I got a couple episodes. I got some new episodes coming up very shortly. But yeah, man, right now I'm just focused on Isolated Society and Viewers Anonymous. Those are the two things that I'm really, really focused on right now. Isolated Society is my sports show. Trying to think what else. Oh, shout out to We Go High, shout out or slash Immaculate Bros, my little cousins, man. I got their hat on right now. Y'all can get one of these. And trying to think. I think that's it, man.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. Hey, like I said earlier, man, this was episode 36. You know what I'm saying? Look, Jerome Bettis episode of the
Word.
28 minutes or less podcast. Yeah, man. Episode 36, man. I appreciate everybody for listening. Real quick, man. Shout out to Casey. You know what I'm saying? I debuted the new intro beat on this one. So I hope everybody enjoyed the new intro beat.
Yeah,
Obviously, I'm pretty sure
that
you can
intro
see.
fire, man.
Yeah, it's I told him what I wanted, man. He put it together, man. So he didn't disappoint. So shout out to Casey. I appreciate him for doing that for me and getting that done. Also shout out to Candace. She was on this podcast 2 podcasts ago. I appreciate her and her support and all the type of stuff. She's still sending me feedback on things, so I appreciate that. Also shout out to Mark. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Sinclair. You know what I'm saying? And also, man, shout out to Jamar, man. We were supposed to be on this past Thursday, but you know what I'm saying? We got to reschedule it, so we're supposed to be doing it here coming up here soon. So we will be on the Culture Code and the Sewer podcast, me and Scoot. So I also support that
Yep.
guy too for what he doing. So be on the lookout for that episode. It's coming soon. You got any last words before we jump out of here, Scoots?
Um, Nah, man, to be honest with you, just, you know what I'm saying, thank you for always showing me your support, bro. Thank you for having me on here, man. Thank you for working with me on Viewers Anonymous. Um, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate everything that you do, man. You know what I'm saying? You really are putting in that work. And like I said, man, you know, I told you last episode on Viewers Anonymous, man, you really motivated me to come back and get back that love of podcasting. So I appreciate you for everything you do. And shout out to Uncle Washington, man, because you know what I'm saying? That's the guy, man.
Yes,
That's it.
sir.
That's
Yes,
all,
sir.
bro.
Yes, sir, man. He's the man, man. He's the one that
Yeah.
run the other podcast. So, man, I appreciate everybody for listening. Hope everybody enjoyed the podcast, and we out.